Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sophie and I would love it if you click that big red subscribe button down below and turn on that notification bell as well so that you never miss a video. So today we are in the city of Reykjavik in Iceland. We arrived yesterday evening, but I didn't really film because by the time we'd got to our hostel it was basically time to go have dinner. We did have a drink at our hostel, rooftop bar, and watch live music that they had on, so I will share more information about our hostel. It is High Eco Hostel Reykjavik and it's right in the city centre of Reykjavik. So yeah, we're about to head out and like properly explore for the first time. Apologies for my inability to pronunciate words in my mother tongue. Articulate words, that's probably the better word to use there. So we're going to head out and explore for the first time now, and then we've got the Blue Lagoon booked very soon, so we're going to go get some pastries and just go for a little walk and wander around Reykjavik. Nothing crazy before going to the bus stop for 11:30 because we've booked the bus to Blue Lagoon, and that's something that I forgot to mention. This vlog is going to be about exploring Iceland without a car because we don't drive. And I feel like every video you see is like rent a car in Iceland, and if you want to see like all of the island and you feel comfortable you can drive in Iceland, you've got a driving license and you feel comfortable driving on the icy roads, then it probably is best to explore that way. However, we don't drive and you can still like see a lot of at least the south coast of Iceland. If you don't drive, you just have to be prepared that you're going to take group tours, and like each tour does kind of add up. We have to get the bus to the Blue Lagoon, so we have to be ready for like 11:30, even though we booked the 12 p.m. bus because apparently they start doing pickups from like half an hour earlier, so we have to be at the bus stop half an hour earlier, which is annoying because we could just be standing in the cold for 30 minutes, and our Blue Lagoon like entry time isn't until 1, so we'll see. But I'm not going to take this camera out with me just now just because I don't know what the whole, I'm assuming there's lockers at the Blue Lagoon, but still I'm just a bit like worried about my stuff, so I'm going to make sure this camera is locked up safely because it's not waterproof and it's my baby. But I am going to be taking out this bad boy, which will be my first time properly testing it. I've only tested it at home, and when you take it out of its action pod it is waterproof, though I know the water is obviously slightly different in the Blue Lagoon, so I'm probably not going to try and like submerge it in the water either way, but I'll just feel more comfortable using this in case I do accidentally drop it in the water. And annoyingly I forgot to pack my waterproof phone case because I would have liked to take my phone in with me as well, but oh well, I mean I should be able to get better content on that anyway, so I've been rambling on and you've not clicked on this video to hear me rambling on, so let's go explore Reykjavik.
We grabbed a sweet treat and a hot drink from Soundholt, a popular cafe and brunch spot in Reykjavik that I'd seen all over social media, so knew I had to go try it out for myself. And then we took that down to the Sun Voyager, which is that sculpture you just saw there, down by like the sea, and it was just so beautiful. And this was our first time also just wandering around the city of Reykjavik, and as you can see it's such a vibrant and colourful city, so this was definitely a great first impression of Reykjavik. And then finally it was time to explore the Blue Lagoon, which I believe is the most popular attraction in Iceland, and I can definitely see why, and I'm sure you've seen a ton of pictures and videos of this all over social media already, but it is just insane really. It's not a natural hot spring. There are many natural hot springs in Iceland, this one isn't, but it does have a lot of amenities. We got the comfort package and we had one face mask included in with that, and our first drink free, and there was a swim up bar where we could go get that from. And yeah, it is insane really when you look at it, although there are like many other hot springs in Iceland, so definitely do some research and make a decision which ones you want to visit. And yeah, I got this super overpriced sandwich from the Blue Lagoon, and then yeah, we had a much more reasonable price dinner with
Good morning, everybody. I don't know if you can hear me at all because it's so windy, even with this little wind muff. It may be difficult, but what's the crater called again? I forgot the name of the crater already. But the crater on the Golden Circle. So yeah, we're doing the Golden Circle tour this morning, and then we're meant to be doing the Northern Lights tour tonight because it was cancelled last night. But to be honest, I just can't see it happening. I think it's going to get cancelled again. So I don't really see the Northern Lights during our trip, unfortunately, but yeah, keep updated on that.
Our next stop on the tour was the Secret Lagoon, which is not included in every tour of the Golden Circle, so you definitely need to read whether or not it's included if it's something that you want to add on. The tour that we took is linked down below in the description box in case you're interested, but personally I ended up preferring this lagoon to the Blue Lagoon because it was much less crowded. Pretty much everyone there, for example, was on our tour, and you could walk around. You can see here there was a hot and cold plunge, which our tour guide said was actually new. It was her first time using it, and yeah, we could walk around, see these hot springs, which you couldn't enter those ones because yeah, not safe. And there was also a geyser.
Yeah, the hot first, like she said. Hot, then cold, then hot.
That's not that bad.
How long are we staying here for? Was it 1 minute?
I think it's about an hour.
How many seconds has it been? I've never counted.
My hands don't feel great now.
Ooh.
You looking?
Yeah, I think I'm ready to go.
So as you can see, I was not a fan of the cold plunge. However, I did absolutely love the Secret Lagoon, and although I wasn't lucky enough to see the geyser erupt, Alex did see it, but I missed it, probably too busy shooting content. I did of course see one later on in the tour because that was our next stop. Okay, so our tour is finished and we've just come to get dinner at an Icelandic, a Reykjavik street food restaurant, I think it's called, but essentially we just need something quick because we need to get back to the hostel, get back to the hostel, like sort out our stuff, charge phones, etc. Because I believe our Northern Lights tour is actually taking place. Because, well, I got an email sent through Get Your Guide saying, please ignore previous message, your tour is taking place tonight, your tour is on tonight. And I was thinking, what previous message? Maybe I missed a message saying it was cancelled, but no, I hadn't. But then I still received a text. Then later I received a text as well telling me, sorry for confusion, ignore previous message, your tour is on tonight, be at the bus stop at 9:30. So yeah, I must hope it is taking place, because we're going to the bus stop at 9:30. I'm absolutely tired, I would like to sleep, but yeah, it'll just be a quick charge the phone and have a nap, and yeah, maybe empty the wet swimming suit from the secret lagoon out of my bag. Hello everyone, so I am absolutely tired, I am so dead from the tour, but we're heading out anyway because apparently our Northern Lights tour is going ahead. I think I mentioned this earlier in the restaurant. The messages were a little bit confusing because I don't remember ever getting a message from them saying it was cancelled today, but apparently it's going ahead, which I don't quite understand because they cancelled it yesterday because of bad weather, meaning that it wouldn't be the lights wouldn't be very visible. There'd be a low visibility, but it's actually snowing right now, and we've had all sorts of weather today. Like, honestly, I think the weather today, like, it seems worse. So I'm a little bit confused. But fingers crossed, we will see them. But I don't have my hopes up, obviously, because, like, yeah, at the moment, clearly there's loads of clouds in the sky. So I don't know how we'll see the Northern Lights if there's clouds in the sky. So unless the clouds are set to, you know, move away later, clear up later, which maybe they are, maybe they know that, so maybe that's why they're still running the tour, with the hopes that, yeah, that forecast will be correct and it will change. The clouds will, yeah, kind of fade away later. I do not know, but right now I just cannot see any chance of us seeing them tonight, and we only have one more night. So yeah, I don't think it's very likely that it's going to happen on this trip. But of course, I'm not going to know until, yeah, we're there. And to be fair, we have experienced every single form of weather under the sun today. So yeah, it could happen, because it was super cloudy and raining like this morning at the start of our Golden Circle tour. And then when we got to the secret lagoon, it was lovely and sunny and like hardly any clouds in the sky. So who really knows?
Morning everyone. So about last night, we kind of half saw them, as in we did not see the Northern Lights with the naked eye, but we did get some pictures on our iPhone where they were visible. So yeah, we didn't see what our tour guide called the flash, which is when they are visible from the Northern Lights. And I think when they kind of put on the show, and maybe when they dance, just when they're a lot stronger. We just saw them through our phone lenses. So anyway, currently I'm at the hostel cafe having a hot chocolate, trying to keep this little part of the vlog short because there's music on in the background and I don't want to get a copyright complaint. But essentially we're meant to go whale watching today. That's been cancelled because of the weather, so we had to book someone else at last minute, but like tours book up in advance here. So yeah, I tried to book the Sky Lagoon, couldn't go to the Sky Lagoon. So we're going to the Perlan Museum, which is actually in Reykjavik itself. So yeah, we did have the option to reschedule our whale watching tour, but as it's our last day, that's not possible. But they are issuing me a full refund.
So the Perlan Museum included a show in the planetarium all about the aurora lights, which showed us what we had hoped to see the night before. It also included a volcano show. I don't know what hopes I had for that, but the expectations were not what I expected. But the best part, personally in my opinion, was definitely the indoor ice cave. Now you can also go explore ice caves in Iceland, but yeah, we didn't have time for that, so it was nice to still get to kind of experience one.
Hello again everyone, so we have just come for a quick drink at the cafe of the Perlan Museum. I have I guess an Icelandic soda on lemon. They had a few flavours, many of which weren't actually lemon flavoured, like plum. But yeah, I've got well, actually it's not lemon, it says lime, but it kind of tastes lemony. I'm not too sure. Maybe it's a mistranslation. Maybe it's a mixture of lemon and lime. I don't know, but this museum is definitely a museum like none other I've been to. Obviously it is about Iceland and the nature of Iceland, and we got to walk through an ice cave. Now you can do this elsewhere in Iceland, I'm pretty sure, but it's the only indoor ice cave in the world, and yeah, if you don't have much time and you don't have the time to go out and do like a big excursion or day tour to go to explore an ice cave, it's obviously a great way to be able to do it. Obviously we're really disappointed about the whale watching tour. However, we did kind of know this was coming, as they did message us on Thursday. That was the day. Yeah, on Thursday, saying it was looking like it was probably going to be cancelled because of bad weather on Friday and Saturday. Would we want to do the whale watching tour that day instead? But we'd already booked and paid for our Blue Lagoon visit, so we couldn't move it. So yeah, just if you really want to go whale watching, I would recommend planning it towards the start of your trip, so that yeah, if you just get cancelled, because if it is really windy they just can't take the boat out, you still have that opportunity to reschedule. As yeah, they were really helpful, to be fair, like letting us know in advance it was probably going to happen, so giving us that option to do it then instead of waiting. And then again they gave us an option to reschedule, but yeah, we're just flying home so we can't. So yeah, February isn't exactly whale watching season anyway, it's more springtime, which was why I was a little bit unsure about booking whale watching in the first place, but it's what Alex said he wanted to do. I always do all the planning, all of our trips. I pretty much decide where we go on holiday as well, because I am the researcher. So yeah, I didn't book something for the last day, and I gave him like a list of like 3 options and was like, what do you want to do? And I did warn him, not whale watching season, but he's like, that's what I want to do. And I looked it up, and although it wasn't whale watching season, the company that we booked with said they had 97.7% success rate in February last year. So I was like, well, maybe it's worth it then. But yeah, it's just not happened. But I'm not too disappointed about it. I'm disappointed, but I do believe I will return to Iceland, I reckon within the next 5 years for sure. There's a lot of things that I want to do here that we're just not going to do right now, such as I'm in the middle of recording the vlog because I was in the middle of recording the vlog. I've lost my trail of thought now. Yeah, so there's still plenty I want to do here. I want to come back, I want to do the Sky Lagoon so we can compare to the Blue Lagoon. I want to do the South Coast tour. Yeah. And also, I've discovered that you can go horse riding through a lava field, and I kind of want to do that as well. So I definitely do believe this will not be my last visit to Iceland. But yeah, we've still got a bit of the museum to explore now, and then we need to get some food. And I think we may also potentially take the lift up to the top of the bell tower at the church.
And I cannot forget to mention that the Perlan Museum had this incredible lookout platform where you could see great views of the city of Reykjavik, as it was actually a 30-minute walk out of the city centre up a hill, so yeah, it offered amazing views. And then after taking that all in, we headed back into the centre of Reykjavik where we tried our first Icelandic hot dog, and this bird was clearly very hungry for some hot dog roll bread.
First taste of a traditional Icelandic hot dog.
taking in the views from the top of the church bell tower, we popped into some of the shops and galleries along the Rainbow Street, and then we found a pub which had this special happy hour beer festival deal on, so we were able to try a couple of Icelandic beers without absolutely breaking the bank, as you know how expensive Iceland can be. And similarly, we found this great budget eat for dinner where we got free refills of traditional Icelandic lamb soup in a bread bowl. They also had this for a vegetarian option as well, and they had free waffles. And that was the end of our trip. I forgot to film an outro, but please do like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It really helps me out, and I hope to see you all in the next one. Bye.